Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand at the threshold of 2025, I want to ask you a question, a simple one, but it carries the weight of your future. What's the one thing holding you back? Not 10 things, not 5, just one. Because I can promise you this, for every one of us, there's something standing between where we are and where we could be. The good news is, if you can identify it, you can conquer it. Awareness is the cornerstone of transformation. It's the first step in the journey toward overcoming obstacles and reaching your full potential. Yet many people overlook its significance, choosing instead to wander through life without stopping to take stock of where they are and what's holding them back. Let me tell you this, you cannot fix what you won't face. Awareness is not just a casual glance at your life, it's a deep, intentional process of self-examination. It's about uncovering the blind spots that may be sabotaging your success and addressing them head-on. Think of awareness as turning on the light in a dark room. Until the light comes on, you can't see what's in the way. You might stumble over obstacles, blame the room for being difficult to navigate, or even assume there's nothing wrong at all. But the moment the light illuminates the space, everything becomes clear. You see the challenges, but you also see the path forward. That's the power of awareness. So what does it take to cultivate this kind of clarity in your life? First, you have to slow down. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of daily responsibilities and distractions. You go from one task to the next, rarely pausing to reflect. But true awareness requires stillness. It demands that you set aside time to think, to analyze, and to question. Ask yourself, what's working in my life right now? What's not? What patterns keep repeating and why? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are also necessary. Awareness also requires honesty. And I don't mean the kind of half-truths we often tell ourselves to feel better. I mean radical, unflinching honesty. It's tempting to blame external factors for our struggles, our boss, the economy, our upbringing, or even just bad luck. But the truth is, while external circumstances may influence your life, they don't determine your potential. What truly holds you back is often internal. It might be fear of failure, a lack of confidence, or a pattern of procrastination. Identifying these internal barriers is not about blaming yourself, it's about empowering yourself to make a change. Another critical aspect of awareness is recognizing the small habits and choices that compound over time. Success and failure are rarely the result of a single event. Instead, they are the outcome of daily decisions, those tiny, seemingly insignificant moments that add up. Are you spending too much time scrolling through social media instead of working on your goals? Are you avoiding difficult conversations that could improve your relationships or career? These patterns might seem harmless, but over time, they shape your reality. Awareness helps you catch these patterns early and redirect them toward a more productive path. Let me share a personal example to illustrate this. Early in my career, I hit a plateau. I was working hard, but my results weren't improving. I felt frustrated and stuck. Then I decided to take a step back and assess my situation with brutal honesty. What I discovered was eye-opening. I had developed a habit of avoiding challenges that felt too difficult. I would focus on tasks that were within my comfort zone, convincing myself that I was being productive. But in reality, I was sidestepping the very actions that could lead to growth. This realization was painful, but it was also liberating. Once I became aware of the problem, I could take steps to address it. And that's when my life started to change. Awareness isn't just about identifying problems, it's also about recognizing your strengths and opportunities. Too often, people focus solely on what's wrong in their lives, neglecting to acknowledge what's right. But your strengths are your greatest assets. When you become aware of them, you can leverage them to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Similarly, opportunities often go unnoticed because we're too busy focusing on obstacles. Awareness allows you to see the full picture, both the challenges and the possibilities. Cultivating awareness is an ongoing process. It's not something you do once and then forget about. Life is dynamic, and so are the obstacles you face. That's why it's essential to make self-reflection a regular practice. Take time every week or even every day to pause and evaluate. Journaling can be a powerful tool for this. Write down your thoughts, your successes, your setbacks, and the lessons you're learning. Over time, this practice will deepen your self-awareness and help you stay on track. Lastly, don't be afraid to seek feedback from others. Sometimes we're too close to our own lives to see the full picture. A trusted friend, mentor, or coach can offer valuable insights that you might miss. They can point out blind spots and challenge you to think differently. Of course, not all feedback will be easy to hear, but that's part of the growth process. Embrace it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Awareness is the foundation for change. Without it, you're navigating life blindfolded, relying on guesswork and hoping for the best. But with awareness, you gain clarity, direction, and control. So as you step into 2025, make a commitment to deepen your self-awareness. Turn on the light in the dark corners of your life. Be honest with yourself, recognize the patterns that are holding you back, and take deliberate steps to move forward. Because when you're aware, you're empowered. And when you're empowered, nothing can hold you back. Breaking free from the comfort zone is one of the most powerful actions you can take to transform your life. The comfort zone is a familiar, predictable space where risks are minimal, challenges are few, and life feels safe. But here's the truth: while comfort may feel good in the moment, it's often the enemy of growth. Staying within its confines can lead to stagnation, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. To achieve anything remarkable, you must be willing to step out of this safe space and embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. Why do we cling to the comfort zone? It's simple: our brains are wired for survival, not excellence. The comfort zone provides a sense of security. It's where routines dominate and surprises are few. There's no fear of failure here because you're not taking any significant risks, but this safety comes at a cost. Over time, the comfort zone can become a trap, lulling you into complacency and preventing you from exploring your true potential. The key to breaking free starts with understanding that discomfort is a sign of progress, not a signal to retreat. Growth doesn't happen in the absence of challenges, it happens because of them. Think about the first time you learned a new skill, whether it was riding a bike, speaking in front of an audience, or starting a new job. Chances are you felt uneasy, maybe even scared. But as you persisted, you improved. That's the essence of growth, pushing through discomfort until what once felt difficult becomes second nature. Stepping out of your comfort zone also means confronting fear. Fear is a natural reaction when you're faced with uncertainty, but it doesn't have to control you. In fact, fear can be a powerful motivator if you choose to see it that way. It's a signal that you're about to do something meaningful, something that has the potential to change your life. Instead of avoiding fear, lean into it. Use it as a guide to identify areas where you need to stretch yourself. Every time you face a fear and come out on the other side, you build confidence and resilience, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges in the future. Breaking free also involves embracing failure as a part of the process. Too often, people stay in their comfort zones because they're afraid to fail. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone toward it. Each failure teaches you something valuable about yourself, your approach, and the path you're on. Some of the most successful people in history, from Thomas Edison to Oprah Winfrey, faced repeated failures before achieving greatness. What set them apart was their willingness to keep going, to see failure as feedback rather than a reason to quit. Another important aspect of leaving your comfort zone is setting bold, meaningful goals. If your goals don't challenge you, they're not big enough. Goals should stretch you, forcing you to develop new skills, adopt new habits, and think in new ways. When you set ambitious goals, you create a sense of urgency that pushes you out of the familiar and into uncharted territory. These goals become your compass, guiding you through the discomfort and reminding you why it's worth it. The journey out of the comfort zone also requires a mindset shift. You need to replace a fixed mindset, one that sees abilities as static and unchangeable, with a growth mindset. A growth mindset recognizes that talent and intelligence are just the starting points. With effort, perseverance, and learning, you can improve and achieve extraordinary things. Adopting this mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as temporary hurdles. It's also important to surround yourself with the right people. When you're trying to break free from the comfort zone, you need support from those who understand your journey and encourage your growth. Seek out mentors, peers, or even a community of like-minded individuals who are also striving to push their boundaries. Their encouragement, advice, and shared experiences can provide the motivation you need to keep going, especially when the journey gets tough. Taking consistent action is another critical piece of the puzzle. Breaking free from the comfort zone isn't about making one big leap. It's about taking small, deliberate steps every day. Each step you take builds momentum. And over time, those small actions add up to significant progress. Start by identifying one thing you've been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable. Commit to taking one step toward it today, then another tomorrow. Over time, you'll find that what once felt overwhelming becomes manageable, and eventually becomes part of your new comfort zone. As you expand your comfort zone, you'll start to see life differently. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will become attainable. You'll develop a stronger sense of self-confidence, knowing that you're capable of handling challenges and overcoming obstacles. You'll also experience a deeper sense of fulfillment, as growth and progress are some of the most rewarding aspects of life. Breaking free from the comfort zone is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. Each time you stretch yourself, you expand your capacity for growth, opening the door to even greater possibilities. It's a process that requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. But the rewards are worth it. When you step out of your comfort zone, you step into a world of potential, a world where you can achieve your dreams, make a meaningful impact, and live a life of purpose. So as you move forward, ask yourself, am I staying in my comfort zone because it's safe? Or am I willing to step into discomfort to create the life I truly want? The choice is yours, and your future depends on it. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the daily commitment to show up, stay consistent, and do the work, even when motivation wavers or challenges arise. While talent and intelligence may open doors, it is discipline that determines whether you walk through them and achieve lasting success. Building daily discipline is not about grand gestures or dramatic changes. It's about mastering the small, consistent actions that, over time, lead to extraordinary results. Discipline starts with clarity. Before you can commit to a routine, you must know what you're working toward. Clear goals are essential because they provide direction and purpose. Without them, it's easy to drift, reacting to whatever life throws your way rather than intentionally shaping your path. Take time to define what you want, whether it's advancing in your career, improving your health, or strengthening your relationships. Having a specific, measurable goal gives you a reason to stay disciplined. When you know your why, the how becomes easier to figure out. The next step is to break your goals into manageable actions. Too often, people set lofty aspirations without considering the daily habits required to achieve them. For example, if your goal is to write a book, the daily discipline might involve writing 500 words a day. If you want to get in shape, it might mean exercising for 30 minutes every morning. These small actions may not seem significant on their own, but compounded over weeks and months, they lead to transformative results. Discipline thrives on simplicity. By focusing on one step at a time, you eliminate overwhelm and build momentum. Routine is the backbone of discipline. Humans are creatures of habit, and the more you can automate your actions, the less willpower you need to exert. Start by establishing a structured daily routine that aligns with your goals. For instance, if personal growth is a priority, schedule time each day for reading or learning a new skill. If health is your focus, plan your meals and workouts in advance. By creating a routine, you remove the need to make decisions in the moment, which can be draining and lead to inconsistency. Instead, you operate on autopilot, freeing up mental energy for more significant challenges. Discipline is also about mastering your mindset. One of the biggest obstacles to consistency is the belief that you must feel motivated to act. Motivation is fleeting, it's there one day and gone the next. Discipline, on the other hand, doesn't rely on how you feel. It's a commitment to act regardless of your emotional state. This shift in mindset is powerful. When you stop waiting for inspiration and start acting out of discipline, you take control of your progress. Each time you follow through on a commitment, even when you don't feel like it, you reinforce the habit and strengthen your resolve. To build daily discipline, you must also learn to embrace discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Whether it's pushing through a tough workout, staying focused on a challenging project, or resisting the temptation to procrastinate, discipline requires a willingness to face difficulty. The good news is that discomfort is temporary, and the more you confront it, the more resilient you become. Over time, actions that once felt hard will become easier, and you'll develop a sense of pride in your ability to persevere. Accountability is another crucial factor in building discipline. When you hold yourself accountable, you create an internal standard for your behavior. One effective way to do this is by tracking your progress. Use a journal app or calendar to record your daily actions. For example, if you're committing to exercise, mark each day you complete your workout. Seeing your streak of consistency grow can be incredibly motivating. Additionally, consider sharing your goals with someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or coach. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can add an extra layer of accountability and encouragement. It's also essential to be patient with yourself. Building discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. There will be days when you slip up or fall short, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, use them as learning opportunities. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach if needed, and get back on track. The ability to recover quickly from setbacks is a hallmark of disciplined individuals. Remember, progress is not linear, but consistency over time yields results. Rewards can play a role in reinforcing discipline as well. While the ultimate reward is achieving your goals, it's important to celebrate milestones along the way. Small rewards can serve as motivation to keep going, especially during tough times. For example, if you stick to your writing schedule for a week, treat yourself to something you enjoy. These rewards create a positive association with the disciplined behavior, making it easier to maintain. Lastly, discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. The more you practice discipline in one area of your life, the easier it becomes to apply it to others. Start small. Pick one habit to focus on and commit to it consistently. As you build confidence in your ability to follow through, you can add more habits and expand your routine. Over time, you'll develop a sense of mastery that extends to every aspect of your life. In the end, building daily discipline is about creating a life of intentionality and purpose. It's about taking control of your actions and choosing to do what's necessary, even when it's not easy. Each small act of discipline is a step toward the person you want to become and the life you want to create. So take that first step today. Commit to showing up, staying consistent, and doing the work. Because discipline, more than anything else, is the foundation of success. The people you surround yourself with play a critical role in shaping your mindset, habits, and ultimately your future. There's an old saying that rings true: show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, a concept that underscores the profound influence others have on your life. If you want to grow, achieve your goals, and live a fulfilling life, it's essential to be intentional about the company you keep. First, let's consider the power of influence. Human beings are inherently social creatures. We absorb the behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs of those around us, often without even realizing it. If you're surrounded by people who are ambitious, supportive, and positive, you're more likely to adopt those traits yourself. On the other hand, if your circle consists of individuals who are negative, complacent, or critical, their mindset can seep into your own. Influence is subtle but powerful, and over time, it shapes the trajectory of your life. The first step in surrounding yourself with the right people is to evaluate your current relationships. This requires honest reflection. Ask yourself, do the people I spend time with inspire me, challenge me, and support my goals? Or do they hold me back, discourage me, or drain my energy? This isn't about judging others harshly, but about recognizing the impact they have on you. Some relationships are worth nurturing, while others may need to be redefined or even left behind. Once you've identified the relationships that no longer serve you, it's time to seek out connections that align with your aspirations. Look for people who embody the qualities you admire, whether it's determination, kindness, creativity, or resilience. These individuals can act as role models, showing you what's possible and motivating you to reach higher. They don't have to be perfect, but they should inspire you to be your best self. One of the most valuable types of relationships you can cultivate is mentorship. A mentor is someone who has already walked the path you aspire to take and can provide guidance, advice, and perspective. Their experience can help you avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your progress. Finding a mentor doesn't have to be a formal process. Sometimes mentorship develops naturally through shared interests and mutual respect. Start by reaching out to people you admire, whether in your field or in other areas of life, and express your interest in learning from them. Equally important is surrounding yourself with peers who share your drive and vision. These are the people who are on a similar journey, facing similar challenges and striving for similar goals. They understand what you're going through and can offer empathy, encouragement, and accountability. When you're surrounded by a group of like-minded individuals, you create a sense of community, a support system that helps everyone involved stay motivated and focused. Another essential group to seek out is those who challenge you to grow. These are the people who push you out of your comfort zone, question your assumptions, and encourage you to aim higher. They might not always tell you what you want to hear, but they tell you what you need to hear. Their feedback can be uncomfortable, but it's also invaluable. Growth rarely happens in comfort, and having people who challenge you ensures that you continue to evolve. Surrounding yourself with the right people isn't just about finding those who can help you, it's also about being the kind of person others want to be around. Relationships are reciprocal, and to attract positive, supportive individuals, you need to embody those qualities yourself. Be someone who encourages others, celebrates their successes, and offers a helping hand when needed. Show up with integrity, kindness, and a willingness to contribute. When you invest in others, you create relationships built on mutual respect and trust. It's also worth noting that the right people don't always have to be in your immediate physical presence. In today's connected world, you can surround yourself with virtual mentors, peers, and role models through books, podcasts, online communities, and social media. Consuming content created by inspiring individuals can have a similar effect to being around them in person. Their ideas and perspectives can challenge your thinking, expand your horizons, and keep you motivated. As you cultivate a network of positive influences, it's crucial to set boundaries with those who bring negativity or toxicity into your life. This doesn't mean cutting people off without explanation, but it does mean protecting your energy and prioritizing your well-being. If someone consistently undermines your confidence, dismisses your goals, or brings drama into your life, it's okay to limit your interactions with them. Remember, your time and energy are precious resources, and you have the right to spend them wisely. Building the right circle of influence is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. People change, circumstances evolve, and your goals may shift over time. As you grow, some relationships will naturally fade while new ones will emerge. Embrace this evolution as part of your journey, Stay open to meeting new people and learning from diverse perspectives. Each new connection brings the potential for growth and enrichment. In the end, surrounding yourself with the right people is about creating an environment that supports your success and happiness. It's about aligning yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and uplift you, while also being that person for others. The quality of your relationships often determines the quality of your life. So choose your circle wisely, nurture the connections that matter, and let go of those that no longer serve you. Because when you surround yourself with the right people, you set yourself up for a life of growth, fulfillment, and limitless potential. Success in any area of life hinges on one crucial factor: action. It's the consistent, deliberate steps you take toward your goals that create real progress. Yet too often people get stuck in the cycle of excuses, convincing themselves that the timing isn't right, the resources aren't sufficient, or the circumstances are too challenging. While these reasons might feel valid in the moment, they are barriers to growth. The truth is, excuses won't move you forward, only action will. If you want to change your life, you must stop justifying inaction and start taking meaningful steps, no matter how small. Excuses are seductive because they provide comfort and a sense of justification. They allow you to avoid discomfort and delay accountability. But at their core, excuses are rooted in fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or even fear of success. By giving in to excuses, you allow fear to dictate your decisions, keeping you trapped in a cycle of inaction. To break free, you must acknowledge this dynamic and consciously choose to act despite the fear. Action isn't about being fearless, it's about being courageous enough to move forward anyway. The first step to overcoming excuses is to shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on why something can't be done, focus on how it can be done. Adopt a problem-solving attitude. For every obstacle you encounter, there's a potential solution if you're willing to look for it. For instance, if you feel you don't have enough time to pursue a goal, reevaluate your priorities and identify areas where you can free up time. If you lack knowledge or skills, seek out resources, mentors, or training opportunities. When you focus on possibilities rather than limitations, you empower yourself to act. Another important aspect of taking action is starting where you are with what you have. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, but perfection is an illusion. There will never be a time when all conditions align flawlessly. The most successful individuals understand this and take imperfect action anyway. Starting small doesn't mean settling for less, it means building momentum. Each small step you take lays the foundation for greater achievements. Over time, these incremental actions compound, creating significant progress. One of the biggest barriers to action is analysis paralysis, overthinking a situation to the point of inaction. While planning and preparation are important, excessive deliberation can become a form of procrastination. The key is to strike a balanced plan enough to set a clear direction, but not so much that you delay taking the first step. Remember, clarity often comes through action, not before it. As you move forward, you'll gain new insights, refine your approach, and build confidence in your ability to navigate challenges. Taking action also requires accountability. When you hold yourself accountable for your choices and outcomes, you eliminate excuses as an option. One effective way to build accountability is by setting clear, measurable goals and deadlines. Write them down, track your progress, and regularly assess your results. Additionally, share your goals with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, mentor, or coach. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can provide an extra layer of motivation to follow through. Another key element of action is embracing failure as part of the process. Fear of failure often fuels excuses, but failure is not the enemy, it's a valuable teacher. Every successful person has experienced setbacks, but they didn't let those setbacks define them. Instead, they used them as learning opportunities, adjusting their strategies and trying again. When you view failure as feedback rather than defeat, you free yourself to take bold, decisive action without the fear of imperfection holding you back. Taking action also means being adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles are inevitable. The plans you set may need to change, and that's okay. What matters is your willingness to adjust and keep moving forward. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up on your goals, it means finding new ways to achieve them. When one path is blocked, look for another. The ability to adapt ensures that you stay on course no matter what challenges arise. It's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Action is often hard work, and acknowledging your efforts can help sustain your motivation. Each small win, no matter how minor it may seem, is a step closer to your ultimate goal. Take time to reflect on what you've accomplished and use it as fuel to keep going. Celebrating progress reinforces the habit of action and reminds you of the rewards that come from persistence. Finally, understand that action is a habit, not a one-time event. It's the daily choices you make, the consistent effort you put in, and the commitment to keep going, even when it's difficult. Building the habit of action requires discipline and perseverance, but the rewards are worth it. As you practice taking action, it becomes easier to overcome resistance and excuses. Over time, it becomes second nature, a way of living that propels you toward your goals. In the end, taking action is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about recognizing that your choices, not your circumstances, determine your outcomes. Excuses may feel comfortable in the moment, but they come at the cost of your potential. Action, on the other hand, is the key to growth, achievement, and fulfillment. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop justifying inaction. Take the first step today, no matter how small it may seem. Because when you take action, you take control. And when you take control, nothing can hold you back.